Trib Live sports columnist Tim Benz here to break down the game. As always, Tim, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We've got to talk about one of the biggest issues in the game, the thing that everyone was talking about, that Caleb Johnson miscue there on that kickoff.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are going to be frustrated about that, and it's going to default to this is a Mike Tomlin coaching issue. This never would have happened under Chuck Noll. It did happen under Chuck Noll with Barry Foster back in 1990, and Barry Foster ended up being an all-pro for the Steelers eventually. I'm not saying that so as to excuse what happened to Caleb Johnson. It was a giant mental gaffe. I'm just saying don't condemn the kid over it yet. But yeah, it helps seal the fate of the Steelers today for sure.
Yeah, you could tell in the locker room after the game, he was really kind of beating himself up still after that one. But other than that play, what do you think the biggest turning point in this game was?
I think the biggest turning point aside from that was how things broke down for the Steelers right here in this end zone to our right after that great run from Jaylen Warren where he caught a short pass from Aaron Rodgers, broke 3 tackles, jetted down the field like a comet, got tackled in the red zone, but 3 snaps later, Rodgers threw an interception in this back corner here looking for Pat Freiermuth, but Calvin Austin dove and tried to catch the ball, went off of his wrist, and it turned into an interception. According to what Rodgers said, he was trying to get it to Freiermuth. Austin was trying to make a play there, but probably should have stayed in the flat. Regardless, that seemed to be sort of a congested route to call in that situation because there was a lot of bodies there that ran into each other and made the condensed part of the field even more condensed for the Steelers offense.
And a couple of things to pick from here on this next one, but what do you think the biggest concerns are from the Jets game that continued on until now?
Yeah, I think the big theme is that what came out of the New York game was the passing attack looked really crisp, looked really good. Not just Rodgers, who was nowhere near as good today as he was in New York, but the receivers too. Like DK Metcalf, for instance, had 83 yards, 69 of them after the catch in New York, and it wasn't close to that kind of day for DK against his former team today. He only had 20 yards on 4 catches, including the touchdown. So with that being said, he was just one of the wide receivers that didn't show up like last time. You didn't get the little boost from Skoranek that you did in the first drive in New York. Calvin Austin didn't do much of anything, neither did Roman Wilson. So the pass game in general lagged, and all the problems from New York carried over. The defense was porous, the run game had nothing, and at times, as was the case in New York, the special teams were shaky. I'm talking about the Johnson play, of course.
Yeah, and what do you think about the biggest issue was for this team on defense?
On defense, I really didn't like how they started either half. I thought that was the big talking point about how bad the defense was. And Kenneth Walker went over 100 yards, and Sam Darnold had 295 yards passing. This team struggled offensively against San Francisco last week. No such issues against the Steelers defense this week. And in particular, the drives to start each half for Seattle just looked way too easy. And then a lot of time in between, it felt like the New York game, and at times, that 5-game losing streak to end last season a year ago.
All right, Tim, thanks so much. We always appreciate your analysis here after the game. All right, he is Tim Benz. I'm Ashley Leotis, and that is Pittsburgh's Action Sports.